Starfield is shaping up to be one of the most expansive games ever created. From ship and player customization, to combat, to space exploration, to cities and NPCs and dialogue options, there's a lot to this game, and it's actually pretty mind-boggling. But in today's video, we're going to be taking a deep dive look into Outpost building, one of the most important aspects in the entire game in my opinion. But before we jump on in, be sure to smash that like button if you guys are excited for Starfield. You know, we're going to be playing and releasing a ton of Starfield content here on the channel. So if you guys want to see more Starfield, be sure to subscribe to the channel. But yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys are doing well today. And let's jump on in. All right, so the first clip we have is from the Starfield Direct. You know, we got the controls down here. You know, I'm actually liking the UI. I like the color scheme. You know, the font. You know, I'm kind of digging that a lot. And this is the first device that we'll plant when we start, you know, building outposts. Kind of like the central beacon, so to speak. And then if you look up at the top left, we actually have, we have the available resources. So what's cool is, I guess before you plant an outpost or you build your outpost, it'll notify you of any resources in the vicinity of the outpost. So when you start extracting materials and stuff, you know, it'll give you a list of the resources in that area. So that's pretty beneficial. So, you know, if you land on a random moon, then you know, all right, I got iron, I got lead, you know, that's what you can extract. But all right, let's continue the clip. All right, so the clip we have here, see if I can. So it looks like on the bottom right, so it says we got cargo, crew, needed power, total power, production. You know, we got build mode, hold to exit, and then we got toggle view, and then we got move, so you can move the object around. And then at the bottom left, we can see it says Outpost 1, and then we got the build limit. So it's kind of interesting to see. Like if we have different crew members, you know, it'll show like, all right, you got 3 in this outpost. You know, you need X amount of power, and so on and so forth. So kind of interesting. All right, in this clip, we can kind of see, you know, the different modules that you can build. You know, I don't think they've confirmed yet if you can actually build individual walls like you could in Fallout 4. But you know, you can build modules. You know, you got a circular one. Looks like you got a square one. Seems to be more of like living quarters from the top down view. And I know I've seen a lot of people complaining about the fact that they're kind of hovering. I mean, this is kind of a bad angle to see. But in Fallout 4, you could kind of sink stuff into the ground. I know there was like a glitch. And this one, it doesn't seem like you can do that based on the images that we've seen so far. But I'm sure that, you know, the mod community is going to find a workaround for that. Because I know people enjoy doing that in Fallout 4 in that building. It was a little different in Fallout 76, but I don't know, we'll see. But I'm kind of digging how it connects. Such a cool little feature, how they just kind of like connect together, and then you can kind of get crazy and creative with it if you want to. All right, next clip we have, you can see the spaceship landing, and looks like we have like cargo in the back and a windmill for probably power. But see, what I'm curious about right here, so this might not be our ship. So I believe we're going to be able to run cargo from outpost to outpost. And I believe you can set different ships on like a certain time schedule. So it's going to be interesting to see if that is what this is right here with this spaceship landing. Like being able to, you know, move resources from one location to another, you know, crafting stuff here, there, selling stuff here to there. And a couple things that I saw in this, this table. Like, what is this table? Like, is it just an aesthetic piece, or can we like use it to, schedule shipping routes and stuff? And then we go to the left. Looks like we got a safe, lock. We got like a lock box and some shelving. Some more storage outside. And that remains to be seen if we can actually utilize it, or it's just, decoration. We got a couch, some rugs. I'm definitely loving the design. The glass. Majority of it being glass, so you can kind of get a panorama of the planet or the moon. But I think it's pretty cool. All right, the next clip we have was more of like a living quarters, so to speak, or a living room type thing. We got a globe of Earth, you can tell. Looks like Egypt's over here, Middle East. You got like a boat, which is pretty unique. Got lights, a couple tables. Nice view. That's what I'm excited for the most about building. Just going to some random planet, with a crazy view of another like moon or another sun or something, and just putting your base down, looking at the view. But I'm actually liking the designs of the couches. All right, so we got another clip, and it looks like, I don't know if this is the player character or an AI member, like a crew member. But this looks like the thing that you put down in the middle of your settlement or your outpost. I don't know what this is. Maybe an extractor. And then you can see we got the the containment or the decompression chamber or whatever they call that. I know I'm blanking on the terminology, so don't criticize me too hard here. But yeah, it's kind of cool how that connects in. You come up the stairs, and then that connects to the the module over here. All right, so here's an extractor, which is kind of cool. I'm liking the design and the color scheme. Looks like we got some wear and tear on it. And we got a windmill in the back for probably power. Looks like we got a second one over here too. But it's gonna be interesting to see, do you upgrade this thing to make it more, to speed up production, or do you get a perk or a skill trait that improves your overall, production? And then, like, how many can you build? Because it looks like we got quite a few in this outpost. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this looks like a landing pad. And we got some storage units over here, which, we're going to find out, can you utilize that, or is that just aesthetics? All right, so this was really cool. I remember this from the Direct. So this is actually a top-down view now, where you can kind of see, you can kind of build out your outpost a little better compared to Fallout 4. Let's get rid of the play menu. But so we still got the same, UI menu on the bottom right with the cargo, the crew, power needed, total power, production, and we got the build limit, and then the outpost name and the moon or the planet on the bottom left. And then what's cool too is, so we're about to put this outpost airlock. So that's the word I was looking for earlier, airlock. But it looks like we need aluminum, we need some sealant, and we need lead. So that's kind of cool, kind of interesting. And then as you can see, we got on the top right, so we're under the structures category, and it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 12 different sections of the building menu, and we're under structures right now. So it's going to be interesting to see what the other 11 are. Because in this one, we got Outpost Airlock, 4-wall hab, hydroponics, science hab, military, which is pretty interesting. We got the hab. We got a hab round, which I guess you can just put like, you know, a bed or weights or something. And then we got a watchtower. So that's very interesting. So I noticed that in the direct, and I'm starting to think, you know, maybe so our outposts are going to get attacked. Like how often is that going to happen? So that's going to be interesting. You know, I wasn't expecting that, but I know Fallout 4, you know, we had like super mutants would attack on occasion, but and then you assigned like settlers to, you know, watchtowers and stuff. So that might be a thing again. But we'll find out. But that's pretty interesting. But that's also kind of cool too. We're seeing it like clipping it into the ground. I'm gonna go back. Went back too far. But you can see right here how it's clipping in. So we're definitely going to get a mod, or the mod community is definitely going to find a solution for that. Because I know in Fallout 4 you could get around it, but there's a glitch. There's a way you could glitch it into the ground. But that's going to be interesting, because I know a lot of people, or just from seeing on social media and stuff, that people don't like the fact that the modules are like way up in the, like way above the ground. I personally don't mind it. But then again, it would be nice to kind of clip stuff closer to the ground, but so that's pretty neat. You could change it instead of, so it's all glass instead of just a plastic covering. And it's so crazy. You can just get really creative with this all. You know, you got it connected to this, but then, all right, you want to move it, connect it to that one. And what really excites me is the post-launch DLC. So we can actually get pretty creative, pretty inventive with a lot of stuff that we're gonna do. And then on top of that, you know, if DLC drops, you know, God knows how much stuff that's gonna be. You know, in terms of cosmetics and, you know, habs and other things. But I think that's really cool. You know, being able to, oh, I want to connect it to that, and then, you know, connect it to another hab and vice versa, and yada yada yada. All right, so it looks like we got, you know, one of the big habs. You know, I'm loving the lighting, you know, the plants. Nice scenic view. Looks like we got our space suit, our place where we can store our suits. You know, we got weights. You know, I'm loving the aesthetic, you know, the overall design. You know, the couches, a little boat sitting on the coffee table. You know, I'm loving the lighting. You know, I think they really did a good job on the lighting from what I've seen. And then another thing that's interesting too. So the one thing with Fallout 4, when I used to build, was you couldn't slide stuff under other, you know, furniture. Like I always want to put like a chair under a table, or the seat or the cushion part under the table, and you just could never do that. Or some sort of storage container under a table, and you couldn't do that. So what's interesting to me is seeing this under this table. So I'm wondering if, you know, since Fallout 4, they've actually worked on that, and now they're allowing you to put a storage unit under a table. Because I'm assuming if they're showing that off in this, then that's, you know, that's possible. It's not a glitch. Because I'm assuming everything in here is something that you could put down. That's cool. Mopping bot. That's pretty funny, actually. But yeah, I'm loving the design of the habs. All right, so it looks like we got a I'm gonna guess research. I mean, I guess this could be anything. We got, you know, some computers or some electrical. We got a warning sign. We got a couple desks that look the same. This PC looks old compared to this one. It's interesting. I don't know what these are. But I'm liking the rug. I'm liking the aesthetic. All right, so we got that. So same thing. We got a container under a table type thing. So that's going to be interesting, man. It's going to save a lot of space. Looks like we got a TV. All right, this is a cool shot. So we got an extractor. And we got a ship. See, this is what I'm interested to know. Like, is this our ship? Or is this, you know, one of the ships that we use to transport, you know, from settlement to settlement? Because we got a lot of containers over here. Which makes me think that this could be one of the ships that we use to transport materials to another location. But yeah, I'm digging this right here. Like the verticality. And I bet the views over here are gorgeous too. So that's another shot of that one room. I know we kind of got a close-up of this area right here. But, you know, we got some plants hanging. We got a central table. You know, we got a couple storage units. We got a dartboard. That's interesting. A lot of storage. But once again, man, I'm loving the, you know, the design of the habs, like the texture, the flooring, and then this right here. I'm interested to see if this is the design piece or if, you know, it's actually, you know, a part of the gameplay. Like, can you access that table to do something, like pull up your extractors or something? But it's interesting. All right, so it looks like we got a research area. We got a couple computers. We got a safe. And I think this right here is the research machine, where I guess you could bring stuff to it and then you put it in and it you know, unlock certain modifications or, you know, other things that you can, you know, upgrade or create, so to speak. But I think that's what that is. This could be it too. But it's pretty cool. You know, you can build out an entire, you know, medical facility. You know, if you go that route, that certain play style. And then in the background, we'll go back just a few. You know, we got the windmill. And then it's interesting, like, what is that? Like, I'm pretty curious as to what that is. Is that like a fuel tank? Once again, I'm loving the orange. That orange theme that they have. All right, we got another robot. Same room as before. You know, we got our suit, couple storage bins, and then off in the distance we see a ship landing. And it doesn't look like our ship. But then again, like, you know, it could have just been a custom ship that they made for the trailer. But, you know, if that is a thing where you can run, you know, material to other outposts or other, you know, cities and stuff, you know, that's going to make Outposts so much more pivotal to the overall gameplay. And I'm going to have a blast doing that stuff. All right, cool little shot. We got a windmill. And we got the airlock kind of elevated up, kind of glitched into the ground, actually. So you can see this one, it's a little closer to the ground, but it's still, you know, high up. So that's interesting. And I wonder what this is. Because, you know, the build area isn't that far. So that must be like a location you can go and visit. Something over here too. But yeah, guys, I'm so excited for this. You know, just seeing, you know, how this stuff connects, and then you can get real crazy and, you know, connect this to this and design. And there's that. It looks like that has to be like a fuel tank. Over in the left. All right, so we got another image of a ship landing. All right, so yes. So this just confirms it. You know, we got our ship, and then we got another ship. So this has to be a ship transporting material to some other location. You know, stuff that we extract in this location. Pretty neat. And we got a bunch of storage units. Man, you guys can't see, but I got a big grin on my face. And I wonder what this is. So this looks like it could be like a all right, so we can build plants here. It's kind of small. So if we go back, actually, let me go back here. Was that on the list that we saw in the beginning? So it wasn't. Interesting. But yeah, this is like our hydroponics section. But it's kind of cool how they utilize the space. You got a second tier, so you could kind of like mix in the plants up, and you know, grow specific herbs that you need to craft you know, items. But you know, I'm loving the design. And once again, that orange theme running through with the lighting underneath, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool design. But I wonder, you know, that's what's going to be interesting to see, like, production wise. And the build limit. The build limit to me is going to be pretty, you know, pivotal. All right, so it looks like we're on a moon. We got snow on the ground. Pretty barren. And I wonder what these are. Maybe power of some sort. Interesting to see. And we got another shot of the ship launching off. We got a couple chairs. Kind of old school, to be honest. We got a little boat. Kind of cool to see. All right, well, there it is, guys. A little look at Outposts from what we know so far. You know, I know you guys have already seen the Starfield Direct. So you probably already seen these clips, but I kind of wanted to slow them down and kind of talk about them. Because, you know, I'm just excited. I'm excited for Starfield. I'm excited to delve more into the Outpost, you know, mechanics and gameplay. But yeah, guys, if you guys enjoyed the content, you know, smash that like button. Leave a comment down below. You know, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. And yeah, you know, take care, stay positive, and I'll see you in the next one.